Oh, sorry. Uh, Good evening, everybody. So, my name is Avikal Chauhan, and today we are going to looking for how to prepare our resume. While preparing a resume, what things we have to put. Okay. I am right now, I'm working as a data analyst. Okay. Data analyst in the 360DigiTMG. Before moving forward, I just open my brush here. Yeah. And this pen tab. Yeah, now we are good to go. So, in this resume preparation session, we are going to look for what is tailor resume. Okay. Then we are going to understand what is job description, how you have to prepare your resume according to the job description. What are the relevant skill or experiences you should have to add in your resume while you are applying for any job? Okay, what are the effective keywords you have to use? Okay, and you also have to be customize your resume according to the job description. Whatever the job you are going to apply, according to that, you have to apply your prepare your resume. Okay, then we have to look for the what is a cover letter, and we are going to give you final tips for the preparation of resume. So as we are moving forward, so what is tailor resume? So tailor resume is a resume where you are going to make a resume according to the job description or a job for which you are going to apply for. So what happened like HR? HR of a company going to put a job description of each and every job. Okay, what they want, what skill they want in a participant, or what skills they want in a person. All those things they are going to be described in those job description. Now, HR people going to hire the people who are going to match those job description specifications. Okay, if they have mentioned that a person should know the skill of Python, EDA, or analytics kind of skills, then you should have to match those skills. If you don't matching those skills, they are not going to shortlist your resume. So it is very important. You have to make your resume according to the job description, which they have mentioned in their uh, job site or in their careers page. Okay. So, like told you, visibility and the relevance of the of your resume if you are going to put your resume according to the job description. Then you should also align with the culture of the job which they are going to have. Okay. I think this is not a very big challenge for most of the people. Like if they want their participants or their employees to work on night. Okay, if they have a US shift, so they are going to tell you, okay, our work environment is that we are going to work at night. Okay, if they take a UK shift or Australia shift, according to that, the time will going to be changed. So that the job and culture they are going to talking about. Okay, whatever the job description they are going to put in their job description, according to that, you are able to get an idea what are the or what going to be the interview questions. Okay, what things they are going to ask. Okay, in the interview, what things they want, what core questions they are going to ask. So according to that, you can prepare for your job interview if your resume got shortlisted for the further process. Then essential for the competitiveness, it is should be very competitive to in the very competitive job market. So it is very certain that your resume should be stand out from all those resume which most of the people are going to upload. So how you are going to be stand out of standing from all those resume by preparing your resume according to the job description or tailor resume which you are going to prepare. Okay, so Then we are going to understand what the job description we have to add. Okay. So in the job description, what you are going to look at the LinkedIn or the Naukri.com or the any job site, you have to first prioritize the skills they want, what the skills they want. Okay. You have to mention those skills in your resumes. Okay. What are the job description they have? You also have to be, your resume should also be matching those job descriptions. Okay. Don't mention any skill which you don't know. Okay. If they are asking about any kind of skills which you don't know, but still you are adding in your job description, resume, you're thinking your chances going to be high to get selected if you are going to put those skills. But okay, in the first instance, let's assume you got shortlisted also. But what's going to happen in further process when those HR people or interviewer are going to ask the question regarding these skills, then you are not able to going to answer. Okay. Then it will be a very problematic for you to have to apply on that company again and further. Okay. So don't tell lie in your resume. Please mention those skills which you have a knowledge about. Otherwise, don't mention it. Okay. Then focus on the essential qualification. What qualification they are wanting. If they are wanting BTech, BCom, BCA, IIT engineer, whatever the qualification they have mentioned, or you have any done any kind of courses related to those job description, you also can mention that. Okay. So now adopting the job language. So whatever the culture the company have, through that they also have a job language. What are the language they are going to mostly speak in their company? Most of the time it is English only. Or if you know English, you can manage in any part of the world in today's world. Okay. So it is not a very big deal to have a challenge with the job level. Yeah, if you are going to any kind of country with like Scandinavian nations or European nations, so there are the particular countries or some companies are there, they are specific or they have a culture about their local language, like Germany, Spain, Sweden. They have a culture to speak their own local language. So at there, you have going to face challenges. Otherwise, most of the country going applying the English language, so you don't have a very big challenge regarding that. Okay, like I already said, you through the job description, you're able to predict or prepare for the interview questions. Okay, so as we are going to moving ahead, what are the relevant skills you have to be putting in your resume? Okay, list the skill and experiences which are matching the job requirement which they have mentioned. Okay, highlight the achievements if you have any kind of achievement from your previous company or you have kind of any achievement in your academic years, which is going to be beneficial in your resume or uplift your resume. You can mention those things in your resume. Okay, if you have won any kind of coding competition in your education days, so you can mention those also. It is not a very big deal. Prioritize your content. Highlight the most relevant experience first. Most relevant experience first means if they are asking about the things regarding deep learning and you have done any one project regarding deep learning. So you have to put that project first. Okay. In all the projects which you have done, you have to prioritize your that deep learning project at first and remaining projects you can put at later on. So and the things they want in the job description, you have to put it first. So it will look as a prioritized things for those HR people. So if they are can able to look instantly what are the job experience you have or skills you have, which they want in their company. Okay. And keep your resume updated. Okay, each and every time whatever the experience you are gaining each and every time updating your experience if you are having done any kind of project you have to update those things also if you have done learn any kind of new skills you have to update that things also in your resume so updating your resume on the job site and LinkedIn profile, it will going to uplift your profile. Through that, you will going to be more visible to the employers. Okay. So this is the thing you also have to be remember. Now, what are the keywords you have to be remember to mention in your resume? Extract the keywords and required skills and technology which they are want in their or they have mentioned in their job description. Okay. Integrate keyword description naturally. Okay, whatever the keywords you are going to be using in your resume, it should be integrated in your summary of a resume or some any kind of project. So it should be integrated, not like specific you have mentioned in separate way. Okay. Balance keyword usage. So balance keyword usage means what it is means like there's the ATS software. Okay. Most first the process is that most of the HR people don't look your resume. They put all the resume to ATS software, and this ATS software going to match the going to look your resume and going to match the skills whatever the job description have and whatever the skills in your resume you have. If 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 your resume matches more than 90% or about 90% through the job description, then this ATS software going to give forward this resume to the HR people. Okay, then those HR people going to shortlist further and give you the call. So you have to be maintain your keyword very usefully, and please do not make any kind of spelling mistakes while preparing your resume. It you should double check your email ID, your phone number. If you got selected, they are calling, contacting you in your email or phone number. Not they are not able to contact you if you put a wrong email ID or wrong phone mobile number. And please also don't make any kind of spelling mistakes in your resume also, because this ATS software is going to detect the spelling mistakes and it will going to be further positive for your jobs. Okay, like focus on the relevance and the integration. Most relevant things you have to focus, things that should required in that job. Okay, which they have mentioned. Now, after mentioning about the effective keywords and relevant skills and prepare your job according to job description, then you have to customize your resume layout. Customize your resume layout means architecture of your resume. How, where should be your photo would be visible, where should is the name will be visible, where the content should be located, what font of the content, what color of your resume you want. These things all are considered as a resume layout. So in this resume layout, you have to select the right format. The right format should be the all things should be in a chronological order. First your name, then your email address, phone number, then summary. Okay, then skills. Then you have to add your projects. Then you have to add your education or what you have. Okay, qualifications. So that chronological you have to then functionals and combination of format. You can also use a combination of formats. Okay, like in the right side, there will be an alignment. In the left side alignment, you are just mentioning the skills. In right side, you are mentioning the summary and all those things. So that's layout you can also have. Then enhance the readability. Enhance the readability. Don't use any kind of font which resume people or HR people not able to understand. Sometimes most of the people use the calligraphic font. Okay, they looks very good, but what happened? It's very hard to read for the normal people or normal people. So don't use any kind of font color which going to be affect to that people to not look at your resume. Okay, so please keep it in mind. Uh, Always use that font or color which is very in easily readable. Okay, it will not poking the eyes of the HR people. Okay, strategic placement. Okay, place your information, most relevant information at the prominent place, which is going to be enhance your resume layout, and use your visuals. Means whatever the resume you have built, okay, use very good graphics and color accent, okay, so it will look little more attractive, okay. So like you can most of the time you can use light color um, makes resume a little bit more decent and very uh, simple, simple and decent. So it is very a good way to go with the light colors, okay. And and text font also be should normal like Arial. You can use as a text format uh, or you can use Caliber also. These are the common text font which most of the people are going to use, and they are the very decent and the basic text fonts. Okay, and the size of the font should also not be very big. Okay, you can use the big font in your heading like your name or your mobile number and email ID. But most of the rest of the content should be in a normal size of font, like 12 or 14. Okay. Then you have to also make a cover letter. So what is a cover letter is? So a cover letter is a document which going to give the personal touch of a person which the person who is applying for that job. Okay, it will going to describe, you are going to describe about yourself, what are your qualifications, why you are good for this job, what the skills you have or experience you have that going to fit for this job description. So all those things you are going to be mentioning in those cover letter. Okay, and that cover letter should be in a 3 paragraph. Okay, first paragraph, what are your you are going to mention what are your interest. Okay, then in second paragraph, you are going to align your experience with your goals, whatever the experience you have and whatever the goal you want to achieve. Then in third paragraph, you are going to give the conclusion or a closure about your rest of the things which you have mentioned about in your cover letter. Okay, so then final tips for what are the things you have to be remember. After preparing your resume and the cover letter, please ensure that the document free of error that I already told you about. Seek the feedback. Whatever the resume you have prepared and cover letter you have prepared, get the review. Okay, get the feedback by someone who have a knowledge regarding those things. Like you can ask your career counselor, you can ask your teachers. Okay, you can ask your senior manager or a person on which you can rely on which you can trust that they can give me a good feedback. Okay, so get the feedback, whatever the resume and the cover letter you are preparing. Okay, and regular update your resume with your skills and experiences, which I have mentioned you about earlier also, and engage in the networking. Like engage in a networking means it doesn't mean that get in network with your friends or your office colleague. No, engage in a network means whatever the profession you are in. Okay, according to that profession, connect to those kind of people. So through that, you will get the connection with most of the people. You will, if you are going to connect with the person of our data science field, okay, then that person also going to be have a little bit more connection with data science field peoples. Then if you connect to that person, you will also have a connection with all those people with whom that person is connected. Okay, so your networking going to be increased, and if your networking going to increase, your visibility in the social media field like LinkedIn, Naukri, and all those area going to be increased, visibility going to increase, and your profile going to be uplifted, and most of the people are going to look your resume. So it will be going to be beneficial in finding the job. Okay, then they are the very famous job portals like Naukri.com, Shine.com, Quick Jobs, Indeed, Monster, okay, Times Job. These are the very famous job portals are there. And most famous job portal is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the best way to get the job. LinkedIn and Naukri.com. These two portals are very famous and very effective to have placing the Naukris and all. Okay. Huh. So when you are going to finding how you are going to find the job, so you can directly go search in the Googles regarding the job that you want. Just write a description like data science jobs or data analyst job, Power BI jobs or SQL job, data engineering job. Just write those keywords. According to that, they were going to give you the suggestion through where you can apply for the job. You will get more multiple job portals link, multiple links regarding those specific jobs. So you will get those links and where you can click on it and get the job application. Okay. So these are if you are preparing your resume for the data scientist, okay? If you're preparing your resume for the data, these are the skills sets or keywords you have to mention in your resume. Like you know about the Python, SQL, data mining, data cleaning, feature engineering, okay, clustering, deep learning, neural networks, computer vision. These things you have to mention in your job descriptions. Okay, if you are going to prepare a data management, so these things, data warehousing, architecture, security, privacy, okay, integration, these things you have to mention. And always mention in every job description these kind of soft skills, problem solving, adaptability, continuous learning, okay, attending to details. These are the software which every company wants in their employees. Okay. So then, yeah. So how could you have to improve your career progress? So these are the questions you have in mind. Okay, so how could you have improved your career progress? What do you worry about? Okay, most of the time you have to ask the question why you need to apply for the different job. Okay, give me the example of or your creativity. These are the questions you have to ask with yourself. According to that, you have to prepare your resume. Okay. They're also going to ask, are you willing to relocate or travel? Okay. So they are also going to ask or your creativity, what kind of skills you going to that kind of interview question they are also going to add. Are you able to working in nights and weekends? They're like I mentioned about the job environment or job culture. Okay, the company have. They can ask you to work in a night. They can also ask you to work at the weekends also. So these FAQs you have to ask when you have an interaction with the HR also. Okay, then you can visit to our 360DigiTMG website. This is the contact number. Okay, our office in Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Chennai. Okay, you can also connect with us in Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Okay, so this is for today. I hope you will get understanding what things you have to do. So next time we will meet on next weekend, this Thursday, same time. Okay, and I will going to explain you again regarding this thing again if you have any kind of doubt. Okay, so till then, um, goodbye, good evening.